Well, you know what? They do call me misinformation.
But
it's not because it's misinformation. It's just because it's information.
Nah. I mean,
delivered.
Don't get me wrong. That is a bar.
By a miss.
I'm impressed you just said that because that is a bar, and I'm going to change your contact name immediately to that in my phone. And hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 88 of Stick Talk Hockey. This time, the Patrick Kane episode.
Patty Kane. Ooh.
Patty Kane. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in once again. We got a good episode lined up here. As always, I am your host, Tico. Over here is my co-host.
I'm yours truly.
And over there's our in-house producer.
Producer Jay.
And off rip here, I have something I want to talk about.
What you got?
Right out the gate. Look, there's a growing problem in our country. Right? And it's not just held to our country, it's North America as a whole, and even out west or out east or wherever you are. Misinformation is a hugely growing problem. We all know this. Misinformation, disinformation, fake news, whatever you call it. There's a massive problem with it. And unfortunately, Stick Talk has fallen into the trap. This week I was disappointed. I was appalled. Typically we get along. You know, Trill and I both handle the Instagram. Trill is the one delivering you these phenomenal memes every single week.
Thank you.
And yet this week I pull up Instagram. Long day at work. And what do I see? I see some slander. The first thing when I open my dang timeline, I mean, we'll put it on the screen, saying that Jack Hughes is better than Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
Now look, see, the truth of the matter is, Troy, I'm gonna let you have your piece on this. Don't worry. I just got to get this. I got to get through this here. You can look at whatever you want to look at. You want to look at high danger chances for while on the ice. Of course, Quinn Hughes laps Jack Hughes. You can find the stats yourself. They're up on Natural Stat Trick as always. If you want to look at Corsi, I mean, Quinn Hughes is way higher than Jack Hughes. We're also talking about a Norris winner, just the reigning Norris winner who's in the race right now, right behind Cale Makar. We all know he shouldn't be right behind Cale Makar. No big deal. The truth of the matter, Trill, Quinn Hughes is the best defenseman on the planet. Jack Hughes is not even the best forward on his own team.
That's
good night.
That's cap.
Good night. Is he better defensively than Nico Hischier?
Well, who cares defensively? He's the best forward.
Who has more points? Nico Hischier.
Oh, I said I said that Jack was the better Hughes. I didn't say he was the better defenseman.
Right, but if Quinn is the best defenseman in the world,
yes,
and Jack is not even the best forward on his own team, who's the better player?
I would still say Jack. Who's won the
head-to-head?
I know
you would, because you're being a fucking bozo.
Who has prime aura?
That's insane.
Quinn has like -15 aura.
Quinn has a Norris trophy,
but his aura sucks.
Where's Jack's hardware? You got anything? We're pretty amicable about this Jack and Quinn thing. I think we've been very, very close on it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm very happy to have my brother. You're very happy to have your brothers, because you got two of them. I understand that. I don't want to hear the slander anymore.
I don't take it back, and I stand by it.
You can stand by it. Worst take I've ever heard from you. What do we got on the screen here? What do we?
I'm crying.
Time on ice. Quinn Hughes is obviously way higher. Corsi 4. Whew, that's a lot more. That is a lot more. 2293 to 1683. This is over last year and this year. So 2 seasons worth. Season and a bit. What do we want to look at? What you want to look at? Goals for percentage? Ooh, yeah, it's a lot more. Expected goals for percentage, pretty similar. Slight edge to Jack Hughes as a forward, of course. How did your chances for better for the defenseman Quinn Hughes? Wow. Shocking stuff, honestly.
Nah. I don't buy it. I'm not buying what you're selling.
No. I know that you're not because you posted it.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is you're wrong.
Well, you know what? They do call me Miss Information.
But
it's not because it's misinformation. It's just because it's information.
Nah. I mean,
delivered.
Don't get me wrong. That is a bar.
By a Miss.
I'm impressed you just said that because that is a bar, and I'm going to change your contact name immediately to that in my phone as soon as we're done recording this.
Hell yeah.
However, a horrifying display of fake news coming out of this TikTok Instagram this week. I'm appalled, horrified. It's been weighing on my chest all week.
And that makes it so worth it. I posted that just rubbing my little hands together, plotting. Oh yeah, I was just like,
and it's okay. It's okay. I get you want to stir the pot a little bit. I understand that, but I just hope that all of our listeners understand that it's cap because it is. All right, crash out complete. Name of the podcast. Well, we got real segments to get into first, but I do want to get one question off. Seeing as we're kind of on Vancouver right now, and they played the Boston Bruins tonight.
Okay.
Sort of. The Boston Bruins played. Vancouver kind of didn't. But the Vancouver-Boston thing is so interesting because there's still so much hatred, right? It's been 15 years since Vancouver and Boston played each other in the finals in 2011. And when you look at the market before these games, it's so huge. It's so massive when the Bruins come to town still. We talked about on this show, the biggest hype I've ever seen at my workplace for a regular season game was Vancouver-Boston last year, 13 years after the finals. And when you look at Boston, you still see that as well. You think about last year, the Chara comments, right, about the Canucks pretending to do the cup lift in Boston, and then Kevin Bieksa calling him out on Hockey Night in Canada, and that turning into a whole thing. And you listen to Spit and Chicklets, and those fellas like R.A. and Ryan Whitney will still tell you they have anti-Vancouver biases because of that series. Is there any Stanley Cup rivalry that's stood the time or stood the test of time the way Vancouver-Boston has? I can't think of any. Even going back, if we go back through the last few years, obviously the more recent ones are going to be fresher in your minds. You can't really count Florida-Edmonton because that was literally 8 months ago, which we will get that rematch on Monday night. I guess it'll be the day before this episode comes out. But
I mean, that happened 8 months ago, and I still don't even feel like that's been a real rivalry.
But to any of our fans out there that are fans of these teams from that era, tell me please, do the Blackhawks feel any way about the Flyers when they come to town?
Probably not.
No, right?
No.
I mean, you're a Devils fan. Do you feel any way about the Kings still?
No. No.
And they cooked you.
I never cared about the Kings.
Sorry, I had to just dig that in.
I mean, we didn't belong there.
No, you didn't.
That was 2012. I thought for sure when the Devils made the finals, the world was ending. I was like, yeah, that's it. They were right. The world is ending. We're fucked.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Even Jay, you feel any way about the Red Wings?
I was actually gonna say something.
Yeah.
I really don't hate the Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
But any Red Wings fan I know just hates the Penguins.
That's real.
Okay.
My brother had a friend named Miles who just fucking hated the Penguins. I always found that funny. I assume Jackson just despises the Penguins.
We're going to have to find out from old Jackson over there how he feels about the Penguins.
But I don't really hold that much animosity. It helps that we won the second matchup.
It does, for sure. Do you feel obviously you were a self-proclaimed Nashville fan last year, so that didn't really hold any weight?
What are you talking about?
Last year?
What is that? I'm not even denying that.
Yeah.
Big Nashville guy last year.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about when the Penguins.
You beat the Nashville Predators.
Yeah,
in the finals.
I don't care at all.
Yeah, San Jose.
Don't care. If we lost, I guess we'll never know. But
okay.
But like, no, I don't even think about that at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so wild. And I mean, there was a lot going for that series, obviously, right? There was so much. The media attention was so insane. There was the Canada versus America thing. There was the theatrics of the Game 7. There was the Aaron Rome hit. There was the Burrows bite.
There was the Boston pizza thing.
Yep. There was the
right?
The Boston pizza thing.
Vancouver pizza.
There was such a like clash of ideologies in that series that people dug their stakes so far into their side. Do you believe in the modern NHL full of skill and high talent and elite power plays, or do you buy into old-fashioned hockey, big bodies, big hits? Like, there was so much buy-in to the side that you were on in that series that I don't know that we've seen anything like it since.
You know what? No, probably not. And it's probably the most ironic of Stanley Cup Finals to ever have happened, because like I can't think of two more like perennial just rat piece of shit teams than these two teams right here. Like every time I think back to this era of hockey, I'm just like, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just like yeah, those guys.
Young Marchand was such a nightmare. Lucic, Horton, good grief. And then you have like Burrows, Maxim Lapierre, Rafi Torres for Vancouver. Just like,
was Tim Thomas playing in this series?
He
Tim
was
Thomas was
indeed. Yes.
Like he's always been a like and both sides hate each other so much, and they're like, we could never be like them.
And still, like to this day, there's still that little bit of salt there. We just don't see hockey like that anymore.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Like, I know you hate the Rangers, you specifically. Is that like
which you?
You.
Me.
Yeah. I mean, actually, you guys both do.
Yeah.
But is that like a Canucks fandom thing? Like, is that a collective agreement? Like, everyone hates the Rangers, or is that just a you thing?
You know, it's a good question.
Or is it a Messier thing?
Yeah, like it's compounded, because I never felt beef towards the Rangers as a kid. I feel like, because I wasn't there for '94, and nor was I really there for Messier, and I was a Henrik Lundqvist fan. However, there was a little bit like just ingrained in me because my dad hated the Rangers because of that. He was at Game 6 of that finals. But then it was really just like after Lundqvist left, like the gifted Panarin, the way that they operate. I don't even know how it happened, but I don't think it's a Canucks fandom thing. I think it's partly biases from like everyone hates the Rangers and my family. And then as time went on, I just disliked them more and more. However, that's certainly gone down with the leaving of Jacob Trouba.
Nah, you know what? Like, you can pluck a duck of all of its feathers, but it's still gonna fucking quack.
I get that. But like, also my Bruins hatred will definitely dissipate with the leaving of Brad Marchand.
Nah.
Yeah. It already has like maybe it's time just healing those wounds. I still dislike the Bruins pretty heavily, and I'm very happy to see their downfall, but it's definitely not like when Lucic was still there. You know what I mean? I couldn't stand that much.
That's so valid.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I just don't like the Bruins. I don't know why. I just, like, I have Pasternak as a keeper on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
And he scores, and I'm like, ugh.
For me, it's very, a lot of my Bruins hatred, and similar to the Rangers, is just like a disbelief in the ideology. Like, and the same goes for Edmonton when they played Florida in the finals last year. I just believed that Florida built a hockey team the right way and did every part of the building process correctly. They rebuilded correctly. They continued to build correctly. They made very, very intelligent moves across their entire front office. They stayed disciplined. They made the moves that should win you a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And the Edmonton Oilers fumbled their way through one of the greatest players of all time's entire career.
Yeah. Oh, they Forrest Gumped it the whole way.
And Boston is just like in that same boat where I just like, it's not like they've fumbled through their whole thing or anything like that. It's just like I don't respect the way that they actually build their team. I don't think that they make intelligent hockey moves, and it just keeps working out for them. And that just bothers me.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I also just don't like the Boston system.
Yeah.
I've never liked the Boston system.
No, it's not exactly fun to watch.
No, it's robotic as shit.
They've built the perfect way, especially in the regular season. Like, they've perfected the formula, and this definitely comes from Bergeron, Marchand, Chara, who have 2 of those 3 have left. But like, they've perfected the 75% effort win.
Yes. Yep. That
just how to win a game without ever giving it 100%, and that just makes for boring hockey.
I mean, like, you have to hand it to them.
Of course.
I do admire the team for sticking to a system and utilizing open space.
Mm-hmm.
But god damn, is it boring.
Yeah, it's very boring.
Kill me. And like, I don't know. I feel like every time I tune into a Boston game, it's just time wasted.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I've never like hit the group chat and been like, "Oh, yo, is anyone watching the Boston game right now? Tune into the Boston game."
But interestingly, that kind of switches in the playoffs.
Yes, actually.
Boston has made for some very good first rounds over the past number of years.
I think that's because they're like that type of hockey is built for playoff hockey.
Yeah, it is.
It's just boring as shit for 82 games. But I mean, like, at 4 games a series, or it's 4 to 7 a series, like, sign me up. Yeah, I'll watch that if it means a chip. Absolutely. Like
100%. 100%.
And it's tried and tested. Like, a lot of teams, like even Florida last year, like they played a very similar game.
Yeah.
They had a Verhaeghe, and they had a couple other guys, like they had a Sasha Barkov to fly out of a cannon, but aside from that, it was pretty similar.
Absolutely.
Wingers down low on the sidewall, pitch out, pitch to the center, and break out. Like, there wasn't too much, and if that pass wasn't open, center came down lower, and then they moved from there. Like it
simple structured hockey.
Yeah. Everyone just did a little bit extra work.
Yeah.
And they keep it short.
Yeah, they do, which is really important.
Like, as much as they utilize open space, they don't stretch out the ice, which I find is really interesting. It's such a weird balance.
There was a note from, I believe, Thomas Drance at The Athletic. Unless it was someone else there. But I believe it was Thomas Drance, where he noted if you watch the Florida Panthers play, you will notice that always, like at all times, Barkov keeps his body between the puck and his own net. All offensive zone, neutral zone, in zone, always. And he's one of the only players in the league that, like, you can see that always happening. It's really, really intriguing stuff, because then I started looking for it, and it's very real.
It's like he read the, like, how-to center book and then, like, followed it to the T.
Yeah.
Like,
how to be on Kopitar.
I mean, he does it.
Yeah, he do be doing it.
Did you see that?
Apparently, so does Kopitar.
I mean,
still be doing it.
Yeah, what a performance. God, things look bad for the Rangers. But hey, while we're on it, did you see that Barkov goal the other night?
Wait.
I think it was a shootout goal.
I don't think I did.
Oh, it was a nasty move. Yeah, it was incredible.
Right.
But yeah, those Rangers look like...
Makes me happy.
It does make me happy. And, like, I think that I hate the Rangers just as much whether Trouba's there or not. it makes me happy Trouba's not there anymore because it makes it easier to beat up on the Rangers.
Sure. Makes sense.
But
yeah, they're still the Rangers.
They're still the Rangers.
At the end of the day,
It's
they're
just
the Rangers.
they're blue shirts. I don't know.
Jay, do you have a hatred for the Rangers?
Oh yeah.
Where does that come from?
It was dead for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Rangers obviously weren't good. But then like it was the 21-22 season. And I'm pretty sure they swept us.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And there was some like heated ass shit that happened in those games, and then they met in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And like, dude, they're fans on Twitter.
Yeah.
Assholes. Epitome.
Truly, they're probably worse than Canucks fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like just like every ism you could roll into. Like,
you want isms? We got it.
I feel like on Twitter, football fans and like maybe basketball fans are worse than hockey fans.
Mm.
But I feel like all of the bad football and basketball fans are Rangers fans. Like they are just the lowest of the lows.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very apt indeed.
And then like they got good jerseys. That's all I'm gonna say.
They got great jerseys.
ew.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite jerseys.
Ew.
Yeah, I love the Rangers jersey.
I can't even stand the blue they use.
No, one of my favorites for sure.
Like,
actually, maybe my favorite original 6 jersey. A lot of the teams I hate have jerseys I love. Them, Boston, Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. Boston, yeah.
Yeah.
Boston, I wish it had more going on though. Like I hate that I love it, you know?
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm like, you know?
It's just so hockey. Like I look at them and I still just see Bobby Orr.
It's like the Habs jersey. Like it's just
Yeah.
a toilet seat, but
It do
it's
be
my
a toilet
toilet
seat.
seat.
Hockey live. Absolutely nothing beats it. The thrill of a game in person, crashing against the boards, pucks off the glass. It's phenomenal. And if you're looking to catch a game, check out Game Time for tickets. The Game Time app has you covered for everything you need with tickets. They've got super deals. They've got seat views before you buy, lowest price guarantees, event cancellation protection, job loss protection, and even more. And that's not even including Game Time picks, a curation system that makes it even easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Coming up the day after Boxing Day, the Victoria Royals will be back in town. They'll be playing the Cougars Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th. You can find tickets on Game Time for as low as $10. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code THPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code THPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. The 24-25 NHL season still has that new car smell, and the action is heating up at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started at DraftKings Sportsbook. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. And if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Let's roll into some news here.
Yes, let's.
Couple trades to go through from this week. The Colorado Avalanche try to address the goaltending problem by bringing in Mackenzie Blackwood along with Giovanni Smith and a 2027 fifth from San Jose for the boy Georgiev is out of town going to San Jose. They also get Kovalenko, a 2026 second and a 2025 fifth.
I have an opinion on this.
I would love to hear it as a fan of the former Blackwood home.
You know, I was a fan of Blackwood for quite some time.
You were.
And I have a theory about this, and it strictly comes from, like, Georgiev is a very decent goalie.
He's been awful.
But he has been awful.
Yeah.
The team around him hasn't been nearly as good as they should be. And it kind of revealed just a weakness mentally. And if you look at the interview that Coach Bednar gave after the trade, when he's talking about Mackenzie Blackwood, he's talking a lot about mental strength and the ability to stay in the game and keep fighting and inspire the team and this and that. And I don't know if, like, we all forgot, but, like, this coach got hit in the head with a hockey stick, like, 3 weeks earlier.
Yeah.
That hockey stick was a projectile launched by the same goalie that just got launched out of Colorado like a projectile. So I'm starting to see some dots and lines.
Yeah, and connecting.
Yeah, I feel like Coach really went up to head office and said, hey, this guy's got to go. Like, I am done with him. I don't care, like, what happens, but, like, we got to find something else. And,
well,
I will say this, like, if you're looking for a guy that can just eat shots and not complain about it, that's Mackenzie Blackwood.
It is, for sure.
It's his whole career. He is just, like, the epitome of a shooter-tutor. Just stand there and take it.
And San Jose has done a good job of resuscitating some value from him because he's been pretty good there.
Yeah.
And it from the rumor mill, you know, Friedman said on 32 Thoughts that Carolina was pretty choked because they were very, very in and tried to get Mackenzie Blackwood.
That's crazy, and I'm glad they didn't because what a stupid move that would be.
I mean, for them, I kind of see it.
I don't.
With the health concerns you have in net. Like, I don't think you're like, I actually think it makes more sense for a team like Carolina where you acquire him to be like if we need someone, there's a guy here that can maybe be something guy, rather than Colorado, who's like, Mackenzie Blackwood is now our starting goaltender, baby. You know?
Yeah, I really don't like it just for, like, being a solution per se. Like, I think that's definitely...
It seemed more like insurance for Carolina, whereas it's a quote-unquote solution for Colorado.
I was going to compare this to Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Like, there's a leak in the boat. What are we going to do? Get a can of Flex Seal. Mackenzie Blackwood edition.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this trade just because, like, I don't know. I see Blackwood as just like a perennial rebuild goalie. Like, he's just got a good head on his shoulders, and I've never seen him get upset.
Sure.
Does he deserve more than to be like a rebuild goalie? Probably, but, like, is he good enough?
We'll find out.
Is he? Yeah, maybe he's, like, really improved. I mean, we never thought that Stefan Nosen would be as good as he was. He's a guy who, if you look through his whole career, he's had a very abysmal performance.
Yeah.
It's just gradually gotten better each year.
Yeah.
Some guys are like that, but...
And I mean, I really don't hate it for Colorado simply because, like, they really didn't give up much at all. Besides, like, they basically gave up a second. You know what I mean? Like, they swap fifths. It's prospect for prospect. And then goalie for goalie. Plus a second on Colorado's side. Like, not the craziest. It's not like a starting goalie package. You know what I mean?
Oh, and I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they just get that, like, one of those seconds from Detroit.
It's very possible
for Jake Wallman, who's having a career season. So like they got
San Jose.
Yeah, they got paid to take Wallman from Detroit.
They traded Wallman in a second.
So they added another second here.
I don't really hate the price, but like
it's still a tough look for a solution.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, if this is what you're doing now, then I'm concerned about what you're going to be doing in the next 4 months to really like solve anything, because now you've made your move.
And what is Blackwood's cap hit? Because that is the other thing too, right? Is Georgiev 2.3 per season. So they're also getting over $1 million in cap relief.
Nothing to scoff at, honestly.
It's not insignificant, especially if you're trying to toll space for the deadline. Well, there you go. You know what I will say is, Mackenzie Blackwood has been a rebuild goalie his entire career, and there was so many years of what can he be in New Jersey, right? Will he make Team Canada? Remember that?
Yep.
And then he goes to San Jose, which is one of the worst organizations in the entire league. Not the organization itself. I just mean the product on the ice. And so I do think now I'm interested to watch Mackenzie Blackwood on a high caliber team, even though they haven't been playing phenomenally. Like, they are a team that has the capability of being a high octane team. I'm interested to at least see it.
I am too. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And he's always a goalie that's like just so positionally sound.
Yeah.
Like, he is the epitome of rock solid, but not ever going to knock your socks off. So I do think that he is a very suitable candidate to hold up the sail for Colorado, but
Sure.
like Colorado's going to have to put way more around him to really like make him, if they want to make a cup run, like he's not the goalie that's stealing a series.
Right.
At least I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, moving on here. We got another trade. This one's not as like cool.
Actually, before we do that,
Sure.
I did want to like commend Colorado a little bit as well, because they've had some like brutal injury trouble just like through their entire like bottom 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So kind of good on them for squeezing out Giovanni Smith in this. Like, that's a really underrated fourth line player.
It's a nice pickup for them,
given the circumstance.
Colorado below the Calgary Flames in point percentage.
That's crazy, right?
It's not going to hold.
I was looking at a lot of this and I was like, I don't know, this may be like one of the first years that like that whole everything's set at the American Thanksgiving. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think some of these teams are built like that.
Well, I mean, maybe. It's less so about like the actual full lineup, but more like those 3 playoff teams in each division. Like, Jay, if you pull those up, well, I mean, our next episode we're gonna do like power ranking kind of a tier list, but I mean, like Vegas, LA, Edmonton wouldn't shock me if that sticks.
It would be another Kings Oilers playoff series if the season ended right now.
It's crazy.
No, thank you.
And then go up to the next ones. Yeah, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Dallas. I'd actually be pretty moved if that changed.
Minnesota, Winnipeg, that's set. Dallas, I could see fumbling because they're
maybe to Colorado, but I think, yeah.
I could seriously see them fumbling because they've had a couple guys that are having slowish years, or they had a slow year and they were looking for an explosive bounce back and it hasn't been there. Jamie Benn's like hitting full-blown Jonesy penned regression.
Yeah.
You know, I actually got a question for you, Trill.
Yeah.
I asked Reese. Actually, I didn't even ask. I just said that an Oilers-Canucks playoff series would be a movie. And he does not want that at all.
No.
So I was just wondering, is there a team that you really want to or really do not want to see in the playoffs as a Devils fan?
Objectively, like a team I don't want to play, Carolina.
Like, in theory, you'd rather see Washington.
Yes. all day, every day. Like Carolina's PTSD. I just like I've had enough Carolina series losses in my lifetime to, like, if I had a nickel for every time that I watched the Devils lose to Carolina in a series, I'd probably only have like 3, but that's still just like too many.
yeah,
you know?
Fair. Yeah, like for context too, like I'm okay playing Edmonton in the second round. I'd love to have that redemption story. I just don't want it in the first round. I don't want to have to play Edmonton and then play Vegas. I would much rather have them duke it out in the first round and then play whoever comes out of it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the other team that like it's not ever gonna happen. They're just so doo-doo this year. But the Isles, I don't know why. I just hate watching a New Jersey Islanders first round. It's just so boring.
That's boring. Negative aura. Now, the series I really want to get, which is on the table as Ottawa definitely could make that wild card spot. They're in it right now. I would love to see a Boston-Ottawa first round and watch Ullmark and Swayman go head-to-head.
Yes.
That would be a movie.
That's actually one of my favorite series to watch.
What do you mean?
Boston-Ottawa.
Boston-Ottawa?
Love when they meet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just 2 super weird niche teams that I really like to watch duke it out.
I completely agree. I don't know why, but I fondly remember Boston and Ottawa in the first round in 2017. Don't know why.
It's just good. I don't know why.
I also would love to see if Ottawa hangs on there. This absolutely could be Ottawa, Florida, where we see the Battle of the Kachucks.
God, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Also, another banger series that's kind of underrated. Philly, Tampa. A lot of people hate me for that. They'll be like, God, what? But I like me some Philly, Tampa playoffs.
As a part-time Philly fan, I've never cared for that.
That Stamkos era was different.
Philly, Pittsburgh is my favorite.
Oh, barf.
There's Giroux versus Crosby series were something to watch.
I actually just want to make a quick note on the Senators. As of today, December 14th, 2024, it's the first time that the Senators have been in a playoff spot 30 games into a year since 2017.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That happened today.
Producer Jay with the stats.
Good for them.
This is a high-quality broadcast, goddammit. Sponsor us.
Jay said we're going to do facts. Jay said we're going to do around All-Star break or something. I guess there's no All-Star break, but around Four Nations, something like that. We're going to do a look back at our projections for the season.
Okay.
Once the things get a little bit more set. I'm really excited for that this year.
I am. This is like the first year that I feel like things haven't shooken up at all.
Yeah.
Like how they should have happened.
Yeah.
Like
it's exciting times.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my predictions were like, okay, they were here, they'll probably be here. There's not that much change in the NHL. No, there's like some serious like like if the NHL was the stock market, some dudes would have jumped out of buildings this year. The New York Stock Exchange would not have been a good place to be.
No. The bad times on Wall Street.
Yeah, we would have been seeing the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Looking like 28.
Yeah, every Nashville Predators stockholder.
Oh my God, yeah.
Been dead for months already.
Watch 10 games of Stamkos and we're like, sell!
All right.
While we're here,
and
we were talking about the Devils. I toasted them 3 weeks ago for being. They were sitting solidly with a +1 goal differential.
Okay.
I wanted to commend the Devils for buying into the goddamn system. And you know what? It wasn't actually the defense. I went back and I started like watching it with those numbers in mind, and I was like, these forwards are doing absolutely nothing to help the breakout.
Fair enough.
Like these guys suck.
Fair enough.
Like, absolutely no working back to the puck, just waiting for it on a platter, loses it and goes, oh.
That sometimes can be a problem when you have like a bunch of defensemen that you think can move the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the forwards will sometimes like take a little bit of that
luxury.
Yeah.
Too far. They'll take the extra leash and run with it, and it's like, no, like you still have to like do a little bit of your job.
That only makes you dangerous if you also still are dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. So I will commend them because as of right now, they are sitting at plus 24 in the goal differential. And I don't think they've let in more than 2 goals in over 2 or 3 weeks, if I looked at the schedule properly.
Good for them.
Yeah.
How about Devils?
Yeah,
I'm excited to watch some Devils playoff hockey this year. I really am.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I am so sick of watching bad Devils playoff hockey. I want to watch some, like, I got a taste of it.
You did.
I got that taste.
That Rangers series.
And I need it.
Yeah.
I'm fiending.
All right, we got one more trade here. This one is just kind of Cam Fowler finally gets traded.
Again.
Him and a 2027 fourth are going to St. Louis for a 2027 second. And Lord help me, Jeremy Biaka-Butaka.
You know, I'll take it. I think that was pretty good.
Thanks. A lot of 2027 picks getting moved this week, which is very peculiar. Also, Anaheim retains $2.5 million on that. It's a $6.5 million cap hit through next season, so that makes it $4 million through next season.
Everyone's trading their 27 picks. Like, if it isn't McKenna, I don't want it.
Yeah. It's so wild. Like, we don't really have a huge tank race this year, right? Like, Haggins, maybe Misa's climbing.
Misa looks
really awesome. Good. I'm really excited about Michael Misa. If I go first in our Fantrax league, that may be my pick.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because this year there's going to be so much chatter about at the draft, and then next year we're just back to Bedard, Celebrini, McKenna.
Yeah, we're back on the wagon.
Yeah, back on the wagon. What's the tagline for that? Do we have one?
I could probably come up with something.
Yeah, not a lot rhymes with McKenna. And then after that, we're looking for Landon DuPont. I'm gonna catch him.
I'm all crashing for Landon.
Yeah,
there
you go.
But yeah, Gavin McKenna. Grabbing for Gavin. Make it the title.
Talk about a 15-year-old. Oh no! Police, help! Help! Police!
Hello, they're at it again.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cut that out.
Yeah. Let's get to Torts. I haven't watched the clip yet. Saw the headline, saw some stuff about it. I wanted to save the clip for this. Torts finds out, as he says, Morchkov signed a water bottle after being ejected from the game.
Did you hear about this, by the way?
I did, yes, but I haven't actually seen the clip.
I have to ask. I'm sure you've seen the video now of Matvey signing as he's walking off. Is that something you've ever seen in the game before?
I have not seen the video of him doing what?
Autographing a water bottle after he got thrown out.
Oh, I know nothing about that. No. When did he do that?
But after he got tossed out at the last game.
Did he?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. No, I haven't seen the video.
John Sack, we're in.
That's so funny. The like moment of being rattled,
and then a little
being
proud,
like a little bit like that's kind of funny. That's so good.
And I wanted to address this because I think Michkov might be the player to break Torts.
He's making the Grinch's heart grow 3 times.
I think he might.
He might be. I mean, that kid is loaded with personality.
And he's electric.
Yeah, he is.
He grinds his ass off. He makes up for his mistakes. He absolutely puts his heart into every play. And when he, you see Torts hit that, kettle mode where it's just
seeing red. Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to just kill anyone in sight, but then he sits there for half a second and goes, Shh, you know?
Did you see his comment on the Michigan?
No.
Because Michkov tried it 5 times already.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I believe it.
And Torts they asked him about it, and he was like, look, I get it. I've lost the battle. That's what he said. I've lost this battle. I don't like it, but it's what they're doing. I just told him you don't have to do it every time you're behind the net. You can make other plays out because I guess there was one time where he tried it and he miffed it and it turned into a turnover the other way. I get being mad about that, but it seems like.
I mean, that's us watching Team Canada every year.
Absolutely.
Around this time, is it not?
100%.
What's your over-under for Michigan's attempted in the World Juniors this year? Just Team Canada.
Just Team Canada? 6.5.
For the whole tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying it 12.
Because I don't think they're doing it in medal games.
They better not.
That would be. Yeah, they better not.
I will scream. No.
These Torts I know may be gone, but I'm not.
Absolutely. I will see red till the day I die. I thrive off negativity, God damn it. That's what got me here. I'm not changing now.
No. Quick question. Is there any body part you'd give to see your team win a chip?
No, but there is a part I'd give to be a chick.
Okay. Perfect response. So I bring this up because I had this conversation with Carly, my girlfriend, the other night, who thought I was a lunatic when I said, if the devil came down and said, you got to give a toe right now, in exchange for a Canucks Cup win. I'm not kidding you when I say there wouldn't even be a moment's hesitation.
I would.
100% I do.
I'd have so much hesitation, mostly because what you doing with my toes?
I don't care.
I need to know.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want with the toe. I don't need it. I don't need all 10 of these. What are we doing?
Nah, man.
What do I need 10 for?
I feel like I don't trust the devil.
What about a finger?
Nah. I need those to do finger things.
I'm going to be real. Maybe.
I just
But a ring finger. I think I need the other ones more.
I think the thing is that I believe in my team enough to not feel the need to.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I don't.
Okay, see, different mantras, right?
My father's been a fan of the Canucks his entire life. He was born the year that they came into the league. My father thinks he's going to die any day. He's not, but he thinks he is. And
don't we all?
And he's convinced he's going to go his entire life as a Canucks fan, never seeing them win anything. Ain't that some? I'd probably get maybe a kidney. I got 2. You don't need both. Don't people donate them?
Yeah.
You can just donate one and be fine still.
Yeah, usually, I don't know, do that for someone who's dying.
Okay, I'd do it for someone who's dying. But also
to watch you win the chip?
No. I would give that to win the chip. But, if you were dying, I'd give you a kidney for sure.
Oh, thank you. I'd give you a kidney.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I would donate someone else's kidney to watch the Devils win a cup. For sure.
Well, there's not a lot of stakes in that trail.
Hey, you got to find the kidney first. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in all of Canada.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple things I'd give, for sure.
Yeah.
Do I need both nuts? No, but no.
I mean,
Jay, have you seen the Steelers win?
No.
What would you give for that?
Honestly, we're not running from the grind.
No.
If it takes,
right.
if I'm 50,
yeah,
by the time I see them win, it'll be the best day of my life.
It's facts.
If it happens in 5 years, it'll be the best day of my life. But we're gonna let it play out.
I will say.
Honestly, though, a toe without a question.
No question.
That's not even like a valid question though.
Right?
I feel like that's cheating when you say like,
Yeah.
would you give a limb? Like I was thinking like arm, leg, like.
No, yeah, no, for sure. But like,
I wouldn't even give my ear. Like I wouldn't Van Gogh myself for a Devils win.
Carly thought I was absolutely tripping over a toe.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like once you lose a toe, you would like realize how much they like help you balance, like in your day-to-day life. Like I feel like walking would be different.
I'll figure it out.
That it's not my like.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be my go-to thing to like sell to the devil for a win. You know.
Maybe a back molar. That'd be easy.
Yeah. Or like
people get those pulled.
I would like give him the rights to my firstborn in perpetuity.
See, I wouldn't do that. That's wild.
See, but like
you worried about what the devil's doing with your toe, but not your firstborn.
Well, I just know I'm not gonna have a firstborn, so like it's
valid,
like, haha, you know, what are you gonna do?
Okay, I understand now. All right, can we? We should finish this episode up, and we should get serious about it for a second. We should get off of this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's focus. Let's hone in.
Let's hone in because I this last thing I don't even want to get into too much. I just want to put a couple well wishes out and talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you've been following the Robin Lehner story as it's developed over the last couple years, it's been pretty clear that this guy's really struggling. He talked about mental health problems a lot during his playing career. Ended up leaving the game, clearly partly because of it. There was lots of news stories coming out over the last few years about debts and lawsuits and all types of unfortunate stuff.
Snake farms,
indeed. And then earlier this year, stuff started coming out about lawyers trying to get a hold of him, couldn't get a hold of him or his wife, yada, yada. And then the other night, he posted a very long-winded series of tweets. And, you know, from a guy who's said himself that he's bipolar. And if you've ever dealt with someone who has been diagnosed with that or something similar, you can tell that that's 100% manic posting.
Yeah.
Like it's absolute, like so completely typical of someone who's in the middle of a crisis episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really, really hope that someone that can do something was able to see those quickly and help this fella out, because man, he clearly needs it, and it's really, really unfortunate to see. He's a young man still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so much going on in this. All I can say is like I really wish him the best.
Yeah,
and I want to see more come out before I like cast any judgment on this.
Absolutely,
because like, you know, a lot of these tweets also were kind of scathing towards the NHLPA, the
Vegas organization,
and a lot of like how they handled the issues in general. And that gets really serious and heavy and weighted really, really quickly.
It's tough, right? Because I don't want to like put too much into the actual things that he said. I really just hope that he can get himself to a place where if he has a compelling story to tell out of it that does matter and seems like it does, he can get himself to a place to, first of all, better himself, but also properly share that. That's about it. That's I think how we're gonna end this show. Check in on your dang friends. Thank you all again for another week at Stick Talk Hockey. I love you all. As always, I am Tico.
I'm yours truly,
Producer Jay.
Keep your dang head up.
Keep your head up.
Boom.
Stick time. Stick